Once, on a planet of wisdom known as Zenla, there lived a man of nobility and courage. Now, a new being lives in his stead. Behold, the Silver Surfer.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books, I love talking about them, I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fan site that I have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. The Silver Surfer Volume 2, I believe. We're going to start the Jim Starlin run, and we're going to be looking at number 34. We're going to go through Jim Starlin's entire run with Silver Surfer, which will include the Thanos quest, and will also include the Infinity Gauntlet. So, great cover here. I own this issue. I actually bought this off the rack. Ron Lim is perfect for the Silver Surfer. He's so perfect for the Silver Surfer that I think that is the only thing he can draw. Unfortunately, everything else he's tried, but it's just really Silver Surfer. So, first issue of a new era of greatness, and this amazing cover here. We've got Thanos in the background and the Silver Surfer going through. Keep in mind, Thanos was dead during this time, so call him Thanos, call him Death. Very iconic cover. All right, we start here with the Silver Surfer flying through, and we've got our title, Even Demigods Must Dream. And it looks so cool. This was so fresh. This whole series is really good, and Jim Starlin, I think, was at his peak in the early 90s. This guy just could not miss during this time here. So he'd returned from DC Comics. I have his entire run on Batman done, so feel free to check that out if you would like. And then he returned to Marvel, and this is the first thing he did. And so I forgot to start proper here, so we start our reading here. So he doesn't know why he chose to come to this desolate and forbidding planet. The astral Skyrider is too tired to care. Perhaps he'll find a retreat from the chaos that has consumed his existence of late. So many problems, so many battles. It's been so trying. Maybe even a cosmic hero needs a little rest. Needs a little time for rest. Maybe even demigods must dream. So, my bad here. It is a lifeless world without a name, but the weary traveler finds its bleak dunes and barren expanses refreshingly tranquil. A chance to escape from all the troubles that plague him, the doubt that haunt him. Here is a hideaway where a man can sort out the tangled weavings of life, and with a little luck, get some much-needed rest. His exhaustion is so total that it doesn't occur to him that it's been years since he last slept. So this is pretty cool. Just putting the board down and going to bed here. Great panel. I've always said Jim Starlin does cosmic better than anyone else. His take on Batman was great. I love that run. And he did several things with Batman, not just the regular main title of Batman, but he also did the Cult miniseries that also featured Batman. So this was just something here. So he's here sleeping, and suddenly he wakes up with this bright light here, and he's like, what? As he's startled through, and this apparition here with the skull here appears before him there, glowing. And Surfer is like, what madness is this? And so We've got a nice vertical panel here. From where did this strangely ominous structure come? What purpose could such an evil looking dwelling have? As he walks in, and he says, its architecture smacks of Mephisto's Hades, yet somehow I sense not that villain's hand in this matter. So he walks in, and you can see all the people screaming and all that stuff. And Surfer says, but there's something disturbingly familiar about this dark place. Deja vu? No, the feeling is more primal than that. Mine is a core reaction. Very basic, he says here, and this is all made out of skulls. You can see someone here that had been tormented at here and here. So, all right, as basic as life and death. And so he hears people, hurry, we must hurry. She's in a terrible mood. And Surfer thinks, who? The mistress wants this one immediately. She's been in such a state ever since that encounter with the in-betweener. That would have been in Silver Surfer 17, which obviously we have not covered, and nor am I going to cover it, because that's not the important thing. I really want to get Jim Starlin's run. So, and Surfer thinks the in-betweener. And so this guy continues here. Hate to even guess what she's planning, as they're carrying something here with this gigantic lock. So, and so the rat-looking guy says, it's probably, I'm sorry, it'll probably be something awesome. And Surfer thinks here, they don't seem to even notice me. Those odd creatures pass me by without batting an eye. Why? I did nothing to elude detection, and they don't appear to be blind. Their lack of reaction to my presence makes no sense. It's unnatural. In fact, that's the way everything about this place feels. Unnatural, unreal. And then he smiles. Of course. It's all a dream. There I am, still sleeping out by my board. How long has it been since I last dreamt? Why not go with it and see where it leads me? Perhaps this is something I've been needing without even realizing it. So he starts following them, and we get the narration. Dreams. It is said that dreams are but muddled messages from the subconscious to the most inaccessible of all realms. How can an explorer of the heavens do anything but jump at the chance to plumb his own long, uncharted depths as he goes after them? He wonders what this trek into fantasy will reveal about his hidden self. With a shudder, the gleaming hero realizes just how long it's been since he's even considered this part of his being, yet still he goes on. And so the zombie-looking guy says, she says to open the casket. Now. And Silver Surfer's like, she? And of course it is Mistress Death. And he goes, I stand within the halls of death. I should have known. And the zombie guy says, open the chest and step back, Ratter. You don't want to get too close to this one. He's mean and hungry. And so from in here comes a spirit, a specter, and it is, of course, Thanos. And he says, I am free at last. So, and the Surfer's like, it's something long dead, a malignant spirit. Yes, malignant. Never have I sensed such depth of depravity. Can this experience be not but a dream? And if it is, does something as base as this apparition reside within me? How may this humble soul serve his ebon mistress? Command and I shall obey, says the spirit of Thanos. And Death just watches. And so the zombie says, in life you honored our monarch as no one ever did. She is in need of your services once again. Recent events have convinced Mistress Death that a severe imbalance exists within the universe. She fears that if this condition continues unchecked, existence as is now known may be in peril, continues the zombie creature. And so she calls upon your unique talents to remedy the situation as the Silver Surfer watches. Even in death, I live only to do the Black Queen's bidding. Let the heavens run red with blood, says Thanos. If it is her wish, planets shall crumble. Stars will nova, and only black holes shall remain. I will shatter galaxies to reach whatever goal my mistress sets. So swears her greatest slave, the once and again all powerful. And the rat says, "Hold! This braggart has made such promises before and failed to deliver upon them." But that was before he stepped into the side of the veil. His demise has raised him to a new plateau, says the zombie-looking creature. And the rat guy says, "But most of those who opposed him before are still on the other side. How can he hope to be triumphant over all of them?" And the zombie creature says, "He won't have to. The mistress has gazed into the mist and has seen this one's future. There is but one obstacle to succeed. He need beware, and that is," and we have a pause. And then the cosmic being known as a Silver Surfer, as Mr. Dreth points at him, and he's like, "They can see me," as he's also pointing at him. "This gleaming gnat is my adversary?" "Why, he is nothing," says Thanos, and he shoots the eyes here. "Let him taste my power." And so he hits the surfer. "Seldom have I felt such power. Never have I felt such pain," he says, and continues as he falls through. And he goes, "Pain? Can one feel pain in a dream? I never have before. Must clear my head. Something's wrong here. Terribly wrong. Have to think it out. Have to. No, it can't be," he says. "People, aliens, hundreds, thousands of them, as far as the eye can see. Where did they come from? What are they doing here?" And so this is what he's referring to here. I love how simple, just nothing, 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 and then you start putting the creatures here. So, pretty cool. And so, a better question might be, what are they all staring at? Can't see the forest for the people. To me, my board. And so he calls the board here. The insanity grows ever deeper. The multitude seems to be entranced by the sight of a strange volcano, if that's what it truly is. So, look at all the people here. Much, like so much this, sorry. Let me restart. Like so much in this dream, it does not appear natural to my eye. It looks man-made. Wait, there's someone standing on the crater's edge. And so she sees this lady holding that infant here. And they realize that she's about to throw him in there. She's like, and he's like, "No," as he screams through, and he hurries, and you can see here, right here, the baby is, as a surfer just goes in there. You can see already McFarlane and Jim Lee have changed the game, and you can just see the ticks that people are starting to add in the speed lines. Nobody did that till McFarlane goes through. And so Silver Surfer goes to get the baby, and he's like, "The heat, the flames, not but I could survive this inferno. Wait, it is the child," as he sees the baby here. A burst of renewed hope and speed, salvation, as the surfer goes to get out of it, as he catches it almost there. And he holds it, even though he's hot. He goes, "Unbelievable, the babe yet lives. Let us be away from this hellish place and these maniacs, my little one," says the surfer as he flies out there. "Don't cry, child. You're safe now. I'll not return you to those lunatics here." And so young and so innocent, and then all of a sudden you see this here. And so it attacks the surfer here. And my energy blasts have no effect on the beast. And so how? And so smothering, suffocating as the beast is kind of going. Is this how it ends? "No, no, no," as he screams out and just bursts out of this creature here. And so, plop, 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 plop. Oh, as he falls. This is actually pretty cool here. And so he's in there and he goes, the people, the Hall of Death, gone. Were they ever truly here, he thinks. And so he talks to himself here. Was my original assumption correct? All a dream? But if it was nothing but a nightmare, what did it mean? It was all so strange, unexplainable, frightening. So much has happened since escaping my imprisonment on Earth. I've had no time to examine or analyze my feelings about this newfound freedom. It's time to face some facts. As much as I usually hate admitting it, there is a human being beneath the silvery shell. A human who may be suffering some form of delayed stress syndrome. There may be a hidden message my subconscious was sending me. So he gets on his board here. For some reason, that explanation doesn't have the ring of truth. So the question still remains. What was that dream about? Perhaps it was a premonition. He turns around. Who? And of course, we got a big reveal here. Thanos. And he says, you were the disembodied spirit in my dream. And Thanos says, how perceptive of you to notice. And the Silver Surfer says, who are you? And he says, my name is Thanos. And so continue next issue. And then we finally get the credits of Jim Starlin. The writer, Ron Lim, is the penciler, says art. But we have a inker here of Chris Christopherson. So, and then of course Jim Shooter is no longer editor-in-chief in 1990 as Tom DeFalco has taken over. Silver Surfer 34. And so again, Jim Starlin and Ron Lim. Oh, this is cool. There we go. So hopefully we were, like I said, you guys like this video, and we'll go through. I guess the views will determine whether or not I continue on. It's kind of how I'm starting these new stories. I'm just kind of going by how the videos are doing, and when I see nobody's watching a particular video, then I just move on, trying to find stuff that people want to hear. So like and subscribe, and I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.